Hi everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday class from the Shiatsu Centre. I've got Basti here doing the chat today, so he's going to be looking after you if anything happens during the session. Yeah, we're really enjoying doing these Wednesday classes, and we're going to be with you for the foreseeable future, take you through the winter. And every week what we do is we tune into you as a group, we ask you some questions, we get you to tune into your own energy. And we've noticed shifts as the whole coronavirus situation has changed. We've noticed shifts in you, and we've also got information from our clients here. So what we're doing is we're tuning every week, we're fine tuning these exercises. We do a lot of repetition, obviously, because there's some core techniques that we use, but we each week we adapt it for your needs. And that's exactly what we're going to do this week. So remember last week, if you were here, we did a lot of work with the breathing and we did a lot of work working on the zones. This week, what we've noticed is we've noticed a little bit of a change in what's happening with our clients. And we noticed last week a big change in what was happening with the burners. So this week, what we're going to get you to do is we're going to get you to tune into your whole body and figure out where you feel any blocks or where you feel any weaknesses. And we're going to work from there, and then we'll figure out which zone you're in, and then we'll get going with the exercises. So I'm going to take a few minutes. So this week, if you've got a pen and paper, I'm just going to get you to draw a picture of your body energy.
Like,
just see
there isn't a screen being shared.
Yeah.
Isn't your...
There isn't at the moment, no.
Okay.
It's just me.
I'm going to sign off completely. It could just be my computer, but let me know if anyone else can't see Cliff.
Yes. Okay. Can everyone see me? You should put a thumbs up in the chat if you can see me. Yes. Okay. They can see me, Basti. It's all right. Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah. It's not the clients aren't experiencing burnout so much. We're just noticing changes in the way that the stress is affecting our clients as they come in. Okay, so yeah, so back to the exercise. We're going to tune into our whole body energy. I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this, and if you want to draw a picture, you can. Okay, so just spend a couple of minutes so that we can focus this week's session on the group as a whole. Okay, so I get you to be standing or sitting. Just close your eyes for a second. And we're just going to scan with our mind through our body and just become aware of anywhere where you feel a weakness or a blockage. Okay, so let's go through it together. We're going to start off at the top of our head, scan down through our jaw, into our throat and neck, and then through into our shoulders, down our arms, and then we're going to scan through the heaters. So we're going to go through the upper heater, and I would like you to tune into internally, that's inside the chest, the heart and the lungs, but also tune into your spine, the muscles of your back, your shoulders and your spine. Just see how that feels. Okay, and then we're going to go down towards the middle heater area. So now we're scanning through the upper part of the abdomen and the lower thoracic spine. That's the lower part of the spine, thoracic spine, in the middle of your body. Okay, and then down into the lower heater. So we're tuning into inside the lower heater, but also the lower back. And then down through your legs, into your knees and into your feet. Okay, so now just think back to that whole scan and pick one or two areas that you would like to work on most today. And you might want to just draw them. I'll just give you a second to draw them if you, just to remind you at the end of the session, what you felt like in the beginning. Okay, so we've got the heaters, which is more internal. We're also tuning into our back, our neck, jaw, and our arms and legs. Okay. Right. Okay, definitely time for Wednesday class as far as I can see from my picture. Right. Okay. So I'm going to share this poll. I'd really like you to just take a moment to just let me know whether it's more head, neck, and shoulders, the arms, inside the upper body, inside the lower body, or the torso, the hips, or the legs. Okay, just see what kind of distribution we get, because I've got a bit of a theory about what's happening based on the clients that we've seen the last week and how the burners were changing. Okay, and it's just exactly what I thought, which is there's quite a lot of obstruction in the yang channels, the head, neck, and shoulders, and in the torso, legs, and hips. In fact, it's well over half there. Interestingly enough, though, the upper burner, it looks like the inside of the upper burner, in terms of the internal aspects of the body, they're still slightly more prevalent, which is exactly what I thought was going to happen. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to spend a little bit more time in the session. After we've worked on the burners, we're going to work on releasing the yang channels, because I think that's, at the moment, there's quite a lot of tension building up in those. So we want to clear those out. Also address those of you who've got more internal blockages as well as we go through. Okay, does that sound good? So let's just quickly just check which zone you're in. So we found out how you are, okay, and you remember this chart here? Okay, so we're just going to have a minute just to find out which zone you're in. The aim of this Wednesday class is to try and keep us at least being able to get into that green zone, that feeling of being in the present, feeling grounded. That's when the nervous system, the ventral vagal nervous system is working well. It's a big challenge with coronavirus because we have masks on, we can't see people smiling, and we've got much less social interaction, and those things regulate the ventral vagal nerve in mammals like us. Okay, so that's why it's a big challenge for our energy system and our nervous system to stay kind of chilled and enjoy life. And we want everyone to enjoy life as much as possible who comes to the Wednesday classes. Okay, now you probably find that you've probably been edging into the sympathetic nervous system, into that red zone a bit as stress increases, especially if you're getting this tension in the upper body and around the torso. But what we really want to avoid is you getting stuck in the blue zone. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask you which zone you think you're in, because it's really important for us to monitor you and find out how you as a group are doing with your nervous system. Okay, so let's see what we've got. Okay, well done for those of you staying in that green zone. That's really, really good. But look what's happened. The red zone is definitely crept up from last week, and the 50% of you are mainly in the green and the red zone. So it's kind of what we thought. Nervous system's under a little bit of stress, getting obstruction in these channels here. So we better get to work. Okay, thank you very much. Here we go. All right. So what we'll do is we'll just start off with some basic yin and yang exercises. We've actually got a lovely sunny day here in Norwich, which is really nice. We've got some nice natural light coming in, okay, which is really good. Oh, by the way, and some of you have said, can I wear less baggy trousers so you can see where the channels are, which is fair enough. So what I'm going to do, I like these because they're baggy, but what I'll do is when I show you the meridians are, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to show you exactly where the channels are, okay? And if you're really interested, you just Google them and you'll find some interesting diagrams and they'll tell you exactly where it is. Okay, great. Stage one, let's just check in with ourselves and make sure that we've got that heaven and earth balance, okay? So let's go internal. If you want to release these channels here in the head and neck and in the back, it's important to get that feeling of groundedness established. So let's do it internally first. We're going to open up kidney 1. That's the point right in the sole of the foot there. Just wiggling our feet. Okay. We're going to relax our hips. And we're going to feel our weight going down into the ground. Okay. Check your breathing. Okay, take a deep breath in. Okay, where is it going? Because that's another thing. If your breathing is up really high, it'll tend to create tension and this kind of feeling in your upper body. So we want to try and get the breathing down into the dantian, and we're going to do that by relaxing our shoulders, placing our hands over the dantian, which is just below the navel. So you find out where your navel is. You go down about 1.5 inches down, and that's the dantian point. We place our hands over there. Okay. And now let's see if we can just get a few breaths to go down into that area. Relaxing our upper body, breathing in. You should feel this area just coming out slightly as the breath goes into the dantian. Okay, and then breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, now let's connect with the earth. We're going to open up kidney 1. We're going to breathe in. Hold the breath for a second, and now with your imagination, as you breathe out, send the breath down your legs and through your feet, and imagine it going deep into the earth. Okay, interesting. Just do another one, breathing in. Bring the breath into the dantian. Okay. Breathe out. Send that breath down the feet, down the legs, and into the earth. Notice what it does to your shoulders and your jaw and your upper body. It relaxes them, doesn't it? Okay, try this again. Breathing in. Send that breath down the legs. Notice the way the upper body tends to relax when you do that. And that's a yin-yang thing, everyone. What we're doing is we're tonifying the yin, the connection with the earth, and the yang energy, which is building up like this, go, oh. Okay, so let's do 2 more of those. Breathing in. Become aware of your feet, breathe out, send that energy down. Okay, very good. Okay, so now we're going to do this breathing exercise. We're going to connect with the earth again, opening up kidney 1. We're going to breathe in, sink down, float our arms up. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, let's really connect with the earth now. Open up kidney 1. Let's think really deep down, feel heavy in our body, relax the shoulders, breathe in. Okay, and let's push up from the earth. Keep that kidney 1 point open, breathing in. Okay, and breathing out. Very good. Okay, getting nice and solid, really good connection with the earth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Excellent. Okay, can you feel how your shoulders and upper body are already relaxing? And that's because we're tonifying the yin in the body. And once we've got that starting to loosen up, we are going to go for the alignment and the golden thread suspending us from the heavens. Okay, we've got the nice solid legs. Okay, we've got that connection with the yin. So now let's free up the yang in the upper body. Just a little bit of a shake and breathing in. Empty your arms, empty your upper body. Breathe out and float up. Okay, breathing in. Okay, breathing out. Okay, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, excellent. You see how it works. So that's how we work with yin and yang to start releasing all that tension that we're getting. We're starting to build up a lot of you, about half of you are starting to build up tension in the upper body, and it's all part of that red zone creeping in. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to open up the feet early on in the session. You notice that we didn't go straight for the head, right? Because that's a kind of like a symptomatic thing, going straight for the head and neck. Amazing how much change we can make by increasing our connection with the earth. In other words, what we're doing is we're tonifying the yin and allowing this yang blockage to release naturally without tapping it directly. We do that later on in the session once we've done as much as we can indirectly. And one of the things we can do is we can work the feet. A lot of the yang channels that run from the head go down the legs and they go into the feet. So if we open up this way, we can work between the bones. I'll take my so you can see, I'm working between the bones here. The channels run along there. A lot of the channels that run from the head run down this way, okay? And that's why a lot of the points in acupuncture and shiatsu on the feet are used to treat the head and the neck, okay? So let's just open up our feet. What we're going to do is we're going to squeeze down towards the little toe here and pinch the little toe either side like this. Okay, there's some points there. And that's the bladder channel. It runs all the way from the head, all the way down the back of the neck. We're going to do that later. So we're going to open it up using the feet first. Okay, and then we're going to go along to the next channel, the next groove between the bones. We're going to go down here. And this channel is the one that goes again in the neck, and the sides of the body connects with the eyes. It's a really good channel for working the head. So let's work this down to the little toe here, the second little toe, this one. Okay, give that a pinch. Okay. Okay, we go down again, the middle toe. Okay, not really a classical channel there. And then if we go down the next one, we go to this toe. That's the stomach channel. So that runs again from the eyes, that runs through the jaw. Okay, so if we give that a good squeeze, we're going to start releasing the jaw from the other end of our body. All right, giving it a bit of a pull. Okay, amazing. Oh, my foot feels great. And then we've got the big toe, and that's got two channels on it. It's got the liver channel, which is an internal channel, and the spleen channel. So we give that a bit of a pull as well. But we're basically opening the feet out this way and bringing the energy down the feet, down towards the toes. Okay, so I'm doing this kind of thing. Pulling the toes. Okay, and then we can just do kidney one. Let's just point to make sure this is opened up. Okay, and that's 1 foot done. Okay, so same thing on the other foot. We're going to open it up, opening the foot out this way. And we're going to work down the edge of the foot here, down towards the little toe, squeezing down, and that's the bladder channel. It runs from here over the top of the head and down the neck. It's a really important point for treating the neck. So it's a really good channel to work on the feet. Yeah. And we go along one more along. We're aiming for this toe now. So gallbladder channel, very good for headaches, migraines. We use it for treating the eyes, again for neck problems. Okay. So we're going to give that a really good go. And we just do the middle one. And we go for this toe, the second biggest toe. Now this one is the stomach channel, runs more the front of the face, and it's used again for headaches, jaw problems, and things like that. Okay. If in doubt, just work down your legs, down to the toes, and give them all a good pull and a stretch this way, moving out towards the end of the toes. Very good. Okay, I'm going to tap the kidney one. Yeah, that's it. Excellent. Right, so now the proof of the pudding is, what are we going to feel like when we stand up again? And how will our head and shoulders feel when we do that? Okay, so I'm going to pop the camera down again. That's it. Okay, so what's this like? Let's just stand for a second. Okay. Pretty good. Doesn't it feel good? Your feet feel much more connected to the ground. And look what's happened to the upper body. The upper body's starting to relax. Jaw's relaxing. Generally, the whole shoulder area feels more relaxed. And that's because we drain the energy down and out of the feet. Okay? Fantastic. So let's do some internal work with the burners. For those of you who are having some issues with the internal burners. And then we'll spend the last bit of the session clearing out this whole area, so we'll feel much happier, grounded and released, and much happier. Okay, So let's go back to here, and we're going to do some breathing into the dantian again. Wow, my feet feel amazing. Okay, breathing into the dantian. And as we breathe out, we're going to just send that energy down through the legs. You'll find that it will go through into the feet and into the earth so much more freely now because we've opened up the feet. Okay, can you feel that imagination of breath going down into the ground? That's it, keeping the hips relaxed. That's it. And now let's get that lower burner charged up by imagining the energy from our hands going through this way into the back. Keep those shoulders really relaxed. Okay, excellent. Very good. Okay, shaking out. Okay, no week would be complete without getting that middle burner released. All right. So let's get that head suspended. Okay. Just have a quick feel around here and see how your middle burner is. Any tension there? Any stress going on? Any tightness in the diaphragm? And let's just spend a bit of time releasing that with this turning exercise. So keeping it suspended. Okay. Keeping the hips fairly straight on because you want the twist to occur in the middle burner there. Okay. Just imagine your whole spine is like a string of pearls. It's just rotating around nice and smoothly. Very good. Okay, and you can just do it as much as you like. If you need a bit more vigorous, you can breathe in and go into a bit stronger. Very good. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the center and let's work a little bit on the upper burner. I noticed quite a few of you have got an upper burner focus today. So let's work on opening that out, and we can use those 3 stretches. We use the 3 stretches. We start off with the lungs. So breathe in, okay, and we stretch upwards like this, and breathe out. I'm aiming up towards my thumbs there, opening up, and then down. Breathing in, thumbs. Okay, and the third one, breathing in. And if I go from the side, you'll see what I'm doing. So I'm opening out this way, opening up to the thumbs there. Oh, excellent. Okay, very good. Okay, and then pericardium and heart stretches. Okay, we go forwards like this. Okay, and we breathe in, breathe out. Use this from the side. Feel that connection really deep into your chest. Exhale slowly and calm down the heart and energize the upper burner. Breathing in. I'm reaching forwards like this, you see. Breathing in. Breathing out. Just relax your whole chest. Open up that channel. You'll feel it pulling into the middle finger, really deep into the chest, relaxing the pericardium. Very nice. Okay, nice calming feeling, isn't it? Okay, one more. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. Okay, very, very nice. Good, and then we've got finally the heart stretch. Remember this one, we put our hands in the prayer position. Breathe in, stretch up, breathe out, and point your fingers behind you. Open up the armpit this way, open up the armpit, and press towards the wall behind you on the exhalation. breath, breathing in. Okay, keeping the armpit open. That's it. And then relax down. Okay, so that should have started to open up and clear your upper burner. We've released the middle burner and energized the lower burner. So we've done some work internally now. So let's switch back to really clearing all of this congestion that many of you have started to build up here, okay? And we're going to do it by using the yang channels, and we're going to start clearing this area. I'll show you how we're going to do it. We've already made a start on the feet. Basically, there's two types of channels in acupuncture and shiatsu. If you go like this, all the channels you can see are the yin channels, and they tend to go this way, and they go internally into the internal organs, okay? And if I do this, all the channels you can see now are the so-called yang channels, and they're more exterior to the body, obviously, and they're more connected with the back, the shoulders, the joints, and so on. And those are the channels we're going to clear now for the second half of this session. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on using those yang channels that connect to the head and neck, clear that out, and the direction we're going to go is out this way. And I'll show you some points on we've done the feet, so I'll show you some points and meridians on the hands, okay? So first of all, let's use the yang channels to clear more energy away from the head. And we're going to use the gallbladder channel, we're going to use the stomach channel, okay, and we're going to use the bladder channel. I'm going to show you exactly where they are, all right? So let's start off with the stomach channel, and I'll just show you by putting my trousers really tight here. And if you just feel the quadriceps on the front of your leg here, the front of your leg, you feel they come here, and you can feel two kind of ridges of muscles here, okay? The stomach channel is right along this ridge here. It goes down to the knee, and then it goes straight down to the foot along the outside of the shin. Okay, so that's the stomach channel. It links up to the jaw, okay, and it also connects with the Scm muscle. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap down here and move the energy away from the front of the head, okay? So it runs here. We're going to do it with your face later. Let's clear the channel down here first. You can just tap it lightly either side of the navel. Eventually runs down here, kind of thing. All right, and we're going to work down the stomach channel, so it's just on the edge of the outside front of the neck. It doesn't have to be that accurate, just the size of your palm is fine, or the size of your fist. Now let's work downwards towards the feet. Okay, and I want you to imagine you're kind of squeezing energy away from your head down like a toothpaste tube, down towards your feet. There you go, very good. And then down onto the front of the feet, and then brush off the feet if you can reach. Brush off the feet and get all that energy down the front of the legs, down the shins and out. Okay, very good. Just check out your jaw there, okay? Now, if you just tune into your legs, you should feel a nice tingling feeling down the front of your legs. That's really good. Okay, so now we're going to do the gallbladder channel. This is really easy to find because it's right on the side of the leg, just where the trouser seam would be if you had seams, okay? So literally straight down the outside of the leg and all the way down into the feet, okay? Really important channel for clearing the head because the gallbladder channel goes into the shoulders and it goes around the shoulder blades, and it's a favorite channel to get blocked up with stress, okay? So we're going to tap the sides. I'm going to go into here. This is a really important point on the hips. Gallbladder 30. It's right in the buttock here. Give that a really good workout. Okay, and then we're going to tap or tap or slap with your hands down the outside of your legs. Okay, giving this one a extra special go for myself, because I hope it needs some work. And then down the feet. Okay, so now let's squeeze and stroke down the outside of the legs and off into the feet like this. Down, off the feet there. Okay, very, very good. Right, tuning in again. Okay, tune into the feeling of connection with the earth, tune into your legs. Okay, it feels great, doesn't it? Doesn't it feel good? You start to really feel free and open there. And if you check into your upper body, you'll notice that it's really starting to relax now. The jaw's relaxing, the neck's relaxing. And that's kind of awesome because we've not gone near that. We're using distal points, and distal channels to free up this whole area. Okay, it's really super cool. Okay, so now we're going to do the bladder channel. This is another important channel for the neck. It runs all the way down the back. I'm going to go as high as we can here. If you've got a friend or someone or a member of the family who's with you who can do this on the middle of your back, that's really great because sometimes it's a little bit hard to get right up to the top there. Okay, onto the sacrum, and we're going to go down, back to the legs. So usually what I do is this kind of thing. And then usually I turn my hands around the other way, like this, to get the back to the calves. And the location of the bladder channel is right down the middle of the back of the legs. So it's right down there. You can't really miss it. It's right at on the flat of the back of the legs and down the back of the calves. Right? Okay, there we go. And then I'm stroking off down the back through the sacrum and down through, out through the little toe. Shaking the legs. Okay, so that's all the 3 yang channels we've done on the legs now. Fantastic. So let's see how we're feeling. Tuning in again. Opening kidney 1. Think down through your legs. Super nice connection there, right down into the earth. And look what's happening to your upper body. It's feeling lighter, isn't it? Kind of more open. And that's again because we're just using those distal points. Fantastic. So now we can do a similar thing with the arms. Okay, so we're going to use the arms. The yang channels again run from the face. They run down this way and they go down the outside of the arms onto the hands. 3 yang channels that run down here. We've got the large intestine, the triple heater, and the small intestine. So, but the idea is they all run from the head down through here. And so what we're going to do is pick them up on the shoulder and we'll run down into the hands. So we'll go 3 times down each one. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so we're going to go for large intestine first. That's to this finger, the index finger. We're going to start off by just tapping. I'm going to put my elbow here. Tapping just along the top of the shoulder here. See that? Just to the front of the top of the shoulder. It goes over the joint, and then you want to aim down to that first finger. Okay, and we're going to keep working down and along it. Sit nice and relaxed, just tapping all the way down. Was that 3? I can't remember. I'm going to do another one for luck. So go down. Runs actually along here, along this bulge here, this muscle here. Okay, and this point here, you might be interested to know, and you find it by creating a bulge here, going right on top of that bulge, or by going halfway along this joint here. That's large intestine 4, or the great eliminating point. And that's a special point, probably the most famous point, acupuncture point ever, and it's used for headaches, releasing the head, and also for constipation things. Press in, gently press in just underneath the bone here, relax this thumb, and see if you can get a sensation into this finger and a sensation up the arm, and then you'll know you've got large intestine 4. It's a really good first aid point for headaches, if you get any headaches or any tension in your upper body, in your head. Okay, and then we can work down squeezing down like this until we get to the end, and then we kind of pull off like this. Squeeze down, pull off. Squeeze down, yeah, and pull off. Okay, so that's the large intestine channel. Just give that a bit of a stroke down. So the next one goes to this finger, the ring finger, and it's the triple heater channel, and that's a little bit further round. So if you're getting tension around, a little bit further round here on the back there, you might just want to tap there. Okay, and then we're going down the outside flat of the arm, so it's right on the outside of the arm. We're going down towards the ring finger, and to this one here. Okay, so again, tapping here, down the flat of the outside of the arm, down to the little ring finger. One more time. So I'm right here. This is where the triple heater runs, just behind the top of the shoulder. Okay. Excellent. Okay, one more time. We're going to feel so amazing after this. I know we are. So when you get down to here, again, we want to just squeeze down the finger. Off. Okay. And then finally, we've got the third yang channel of the arm, and that's the small intestine channel, another one that's favourite for neck pain and stiffness. It goes around the back of the shoulder joint. So you need to get right around the back here and tap around here, just at the back of the crease of the shoulder, around here. There's some very good points that we use a lot in Shiatsu to release the neck and the jaw again. Okay, and once you get there, then we go down the back. Now we're aiming here. We're aiming down the back of the arm, right along the edge here, and right to the little finger near there. Okay, so it's back of the arm, back of the shoulder, down the back of the arm, okay, and to the little finger. One more. Yep, and then just give this bit a bit more. And then squeeze that one. Okay, let's check it out. Time to check out how we're feeling here. Okay, so we're just going to shake the arms out. Now, if you just close your eyes, does your left arm feel about 3 centimeters longer? Mine does. Okay, and that's because all the channels are starting to open up with the tapping. And now check this out. Even more awesome. If you check out how your left jaw and your left neck and your left temples feel compared to your right temple and your right jaw, can you see how or can you feel how much more open they feel? They feel kind of more spacious, less tension and everything. And that's entirely due to distal points that you've worked down the arm. Super cool, okay, really good. And the reason that's good, and that we do that all the time in Shiatsu, is because if you've got a lot of tension and pain here, if you start to work it immediately, it could make it worse because you go, ooh, 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 you see? And look how much we've done by using distal techniques. Okay, so we better do the other side now, otherwise we'll be kind of lopsided. All right, so large intestine, that's the one that goes to this finger, and it runs up, it actually runs up into the face, into here. We're going to pick it up just here, just at the front of the top of the shoulder. It actually then runs right through the joint here. There's a really good large intestine point here for shoulder pain. It goes right around here, it goes down. Okay, into the bulgy bit here, this bulgy bit of your arm. And then down past the famous large intestine 4. And then down onto the finger. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. So, large intestine. And large intestine. you go. One more. Excellent. Okay, brushing off all the way down the arm to this finger here and squeezing the finger and pulling. Squeeze and pull. Squeeze and pull. Okay, I'll just try large intestine 4. Okay, so we've got it right here, it's halfway between along this bone, or if you squeeze there, you can see a bulge. It's right on top of the bulge, and the direction is in towards, just slightly in and under the bone, so it's just in there. Okay, now if you just relax your shoulders, you may be able to feel a sensation into this finger and up the arm, and that means you've opened up the channel there by using large intestine 4. Yeah, got it? Excellent. Okay, 2 more channels in the arm, and our head is going to be, whoa, it's going to be amazing. I know it is, okay? Triple heater. Just this one at the back here. Whoa, pretty tight on me, I can tell you. Just around here, so it's not right on the top, it's just slightly behind. Give that a bit of a tap. And now we're going down the outside of the arm, and we're aiming for the ring finger, okay? So you imagine we're going straight down towards the ring finger, like that. Okay, so it's like, looks like this. Out a bit. Yeah, great. Okay, very good. And then we're going to get the ring finger, and we're going to do some pulling. Okay, very good. We've just got one more channel in the arm to do, and then we can work some directly on the neck. Okay, so we've got this small intestine point here, right into there. If you can reach round into there, that's small intestine 10 and 9. If you're interested, there are 2 points right at the back of the shoulder there. And then we go down this way, onto the elbow, and then down towards this part of the hand, the little finger, outside the little finger, yeah? So, oops, right in there, that, down, and then, yeah, okay. Small intestine at the back of the shoulder, down towards the elbow, and then down here. And then once you've done it 3 times and brushing off down the back of the arms, we can then squeeze the little finger and pull. Squeeze the finger and pull. Okay, excellent. Very good. So now let's check in, okay, and see how we're doing, all right? Check the legs, still pretty connected, nice and relaxed, keep the hips relaxed. But now, just feel your arms and your shoulders. Doesn't that feel great? Tingling right down into your fingers. You can feel this movement here, opening all this area up. And that's really good. That's starting to release all of those yang channels. And that process will continue for quite a long time after this session. You'll feel it keeping opening. Okay, and it's just a really lovely feeling. So now we can just do, now that we've got 90% of the work done without even touching the head, okay? This is the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing about Shiatsu and acupuncture. We work distal points. The knowledge of the channels allows us to work areas that might be too painful, too stiff to get to straight away. But now we've done that, we can spend 5 or 10 minutes really clearing everything locally and then just shake out, and we'll all be awesome for another week. Okay, so rubbing our hands together. We're going to work here, just relaxing the forehead. Keep the arms really relaxed as much as you can. And then This is where the bladder meridian starts. Remember the one that went right down to the little toe? This is where it starts. It's the longest channel in the body. It goes all the way down the back. Okay. So now, if you press in here, you probably feel it feels quite relaxed, okay, and quite open than that point, and a lot more open than it would have been an hour ago. Now, if we just press gently over the eyes. Okay, and on the temple, we have the beginning of the gallbladder channel. Another super long channel goes all the way down the body, down to the second littlest toe. Remember that one? Okay, and it starts here, all the way up here. And then under the eye, we have the stomach channel. If we go down here and we press underneath the eye, underneath the cheekbone there, that's the channel that runs all the way down the front of the body, down to the second biggest toe. And we opened up all those channels on the legs. Okay, and that was why you feel so much more relaxed already here before we even started. Okay, so we're going to press around like this, round into the jaw. Okay, around here. Let's try pulling the ears. It's always good for relaxing the head and the face, just pulling the ears and holding the ears, just pulling them around. Okay, so now let's just follow those 3 channels that we worked on the legs in the neck. Okay, and we have the bladder channel, which is right down the outside of this trapezius muscle here. It's a really good one for working for neck tension. If you want to just press this point, just bring your thumbs just to the outside of that trapezius muscle and then press in gently in towards the spine, like that. That's bladder 10. That's a really important point for releasing the spine. And if you get it right, you can often feel it opening the spine all the way down into the sacrum. Yeah? Then heels of the hand squeezing down the back of the neck, like that. Okay, and that's the channel that runs all the way down into the little toe. Okay, amazing. All right, so now we've got the next channel, which is the gallbladder channel. If you bring your thumbs like this, slide your thumbs around the base of the cranium here, you'll feel a kind of a much bigger kind of like indentation there. And if you tip your head back slightly like this and press in and up, if you can do that with your shoulders, if you get a sensation behind your eyes, that's gallbladder 20. That's another very important point for eyes and headaches and all kinds of things. Okay, so that's a really good local point there. We can work the channel by bringing the heels of the hand further out and squeezing down the outside of the neck, a bit further out this time. Okay. It runs down here, down the sides of the body and to the second littlest toe. That's the gallbladder channel. Okay, it should all feel pretty open already though. We did so much work on the arms and the legs today that this should just be a finishing up kind of thing. And then finally, we've done the back and the sides. We need to do the front, and that's this Scm muscle here. It's the big muscle that runs right around here. It runs down like this. It goes just behind the ear and runs down here. And what we want to do is really get hold of that and give it a really good squeeze. It's another muscle that's a favorite for getting tight in the neck. Okay, very, very good. Okay, so then just wiping your face, wiping. And now, just in case there was any little bits of tension left in the head and the neck that we've loosened up, we need to get them out through those channels and out through the hands and the legs to finish up. Okay, but you notice that we did the area where there's obstruction, we did that right at the end. 90% we managed to do by using distal points, and that's the most cool thing about Shiatsu. Probably, if you've had a Shiatsu treatment, you might have neck stiffness, and you start working your feet, you go, wait a minute, I've got neck problem, you're working on my feet. Okay, now you know why, okay, because you felt it yourself. So let's get any energy here, and we work down through the arms, brushing off. Okay, down the arms again. Okay, and then sides and back of the body. Okay, excellent. So what we're going to do now is just going to finish off with a little bit of shaking to get any tension out through the yang channels. So we're going to start off with shaking the legs. Okay, so if you can stand on one leg, that's great. We're just going to relax the feet, try and get that ankle joint, relax the knee, relax the hip. Very good. Okay, try this stretching exercise, just gently stretching your toes this way and then that way. What I'm doing is I'm just pushing my foot this way just to relax the ankle. Okay, shaking it out a bit more. Okay, and the other leg. You might need to put your hand up against the wall if you can't stand up straight. On one leg, shaking it out. Okay, very good. All right, so now we're going to just stand the golden thread holding us up. Legs are nice and relaxed. We're just going to start shaking shoulders. We're just lifting them up slightly and shaking them. Using the breath. Okay, very good. And then we can bend forward. Just gently throw our arms down. Okay, and we're going to hang. Just really open up the spine. Again, the yang channels, bladder channel runs down the spine. So let's just bounce slightly. Focusing in on your whole spine, noticing if there's any areas that are still a little bit stiff. Breathing into those areas. Just bending our knees slightly. And letting the weight of our upper body stretch the spine open. I'll do it from the side. I'm just letting my head down. Very internal this. We're going internally, feeling the spine, using the breath. And there's a slight little bit of shake to it as well. Okay, very good. We're going to come back up again. Very, very good. Okay, so now let's just check in and see how we're feeling compared to how we were before. And we can do that by just doing some of these breaths again. Just compare what it's like an hour ago when we started the class. So feet shoulder width apart. Okay. If you stand, you should get a nice, easy feeling of connection with the earth. Head floating up. Okay. And we are just going to sink down. Okay. And breathe in and breathe out. Now just notice the amount of space we've got now in the upper body. Breathing in. Notice how the arms float up and all this space here we've created by releasing those channels, breathing out. Connect with the earth and push up from the earth. Okay, notice the ease with that, the ease of it. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, breathing in. Okay, and breathing out. Okay, so just stand, let's just stand for a moment and really enjoy that feeling of being connected down into the earth, but also the space that we've created in the upper body. Okay, and that's the perfect antidote for you at this time with anxiety and stress levels rising. You can get back into that zone that we're in now. It's going to mean you can stay in that green zone and you can enjoy life to the full as much as possible. Okay, and that's really the aim of these sessions. Okay, brilliant. So just a thank you to our sponsors. Thank you so much to all of you who've donated and are continuing to donate for these classes. It's essential for us because we're at low capacity. We can only do about 75% of the treatments that we could do pre-COVID, obviously, because we've got all the cleaning to do, which we love to do for you, by the way, to keep you safe. And so these classes have actually kept this building going. And just want to say a massive thank you for that. So let's tune in and just do a final tune in to see how we are. Remember this drawing here? This is seriously what I felt like at the beginning. I'm going to do another drawing now in a minute. You might want to do this with me because we've got 3 minutes left. So just remember what you felt like an hour ago. We're going to close our eyes, okay, and we're going to scan through our body, starting at the top, scanning through the head, through the neck, through the shoulders, down through the arms, and then the upper burner, front and inside and also the back, middle burner, inside and also the back muscles and spine. Okay, and then the lower burner. And then check out your hips, legs, and down to your feet. Excellent. You might want to spend 1 minute just drawing your after drawing. And you can compare that with how you felt an hour ago. Bit of a difference for me, I can tell you, and I hope you've had a similar experience to me before and after. Okay, excellent. So let's just find out how you've done. We're just going to do the final poll. We've got 1 minute left. We're going to find out how do you feel now, okay? And it's time for you to give us a bit of feedback, whether you feel more balanced in any way after the last hour, or about the same, or less balanced. That can also happen, by the way, and that happens sometimes, very rarely, but it does happen after treatments too, where you get an emotional release and you actually feel kind of, whoa, something's moved. Always a good thing, by the way, to move energy. Right, okay, so here we are, look at that. Another 100% so far, unless anyone wants to put about the same or less balanced. Okay, just want to say a massive thank you. Thank you for Basti for being in the chat. I hope you've really enjoyed this Wednesday session. We're going to be with you right the way through the winter, and we're responding to how everyone's energy is moving and blocking and stuff like that. So it's a very reactive class. It's different every week, and we adapt it just for you. Okay, really love being with you. Thanks so very much, Basti.
Lovely class, Cliff.
Okay.
Fantastic to go over all of the channels.
Thank you very much. Yeah, great. Excellent. And we'll see you next week. See you next Wednesday. Tell all your friends.